Welcome to the Dogon podcast. I'm excited to be here. We're just kind of shooting from the hip today. We're kind of just moving things around.
Yeah.
Getting excited. We're in pre-sale mode right now.
Yes. Get your Dogon Go packs.
Yeah, we are just pushing it. So we're excited that you're here. We're excited that you're watching the evolution of this company and this universe, the Dogon universe.
The Dogon universe.
So welcome to this episode. And, like I said, we're just shooting from the hip. We're not really, we don't have anything laid out for you.
Nothing too planned, but we're going to figure it out as we go.
Yeah, we're just trying to kind of give you an update about where we're at, what we're doing, and, how things are progressing.
Sure.
There's, of course, going to be challenges all the time as you're moving forward, putting together any project or anything,
right.
Because you want...
Especially a business.
Yeah. Because you want it to go one way, and then sometimes it just doesn't happen that way.
Right. And, we've been really getting into that grind recently, just trying to get our, our schedules down and trying to get recording on a, daily basis and get those lives for you at night.
Yeah.
I know you guys like those.
Yeah, we're looking at doing a live a day.
Yeah.
We're going to really try to step that up just because we see the value in being able to directly communicate with you, reach out to you. That's definitely a big deal. So, we want to make sure that we keep those going, but we want your involvement, and we're going to need your help for that.
Right.
For sure.
We need help. We need supporters, and we need feedback. Would you like to see Twitch? TikTok. We're going to do a lot of different multi-channel stuff. So...
Yeah, for me, it's I like to stay focused on a few areas, but when it comes to streaming, it sounds like we can go to a lot of different platforms
at the same time.
Yeah, so maybe it'll be better for some people to have that reach.
Yeah, I just feel like it's good for people to be able to use whatever platform they want, to a point. We can't be on every single platform, but maybe one day.
Yeah, as we grow, of course, we can always get people in the right places to, kind of take care of that stuff for us.
Right.
But yeah, ultimately, I'm just like trying to keep this flow going.
Yeah, I just want to keep it rocking, and I want to be able to get our Dogon Go packs out the door.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer and closer to that. We made, a couple decisions in regards to the actual bags and having that stuff just ready to go by ordering just smaller batches, just so we can at least get them out the door for you and get them moving. To me, that that's important. So now we can just focus on getting those packs, which is going to take a little bit longer, to get those in. So
for sure,
it'll be good that we can kind of strike first with the bags, get some of the sample packs out, and then also still get the Go packs actually made, because we're getting one color with the different
different designs on them.
And the first run will be a certain design, second run will be and we'll have limited edition.
We're going to do like different drops at different businesses or different pharmacies. We already have one pharmacy over here in Sherman that will actually sell our products, so that's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's definitely going to be fun, and to get those on the shelf and get those moving, that's going to be a big deal. So we're just pushing to that date. So it's like, I know we might have some options coming up with funding to take care of some other things when it comes to marketing and advertising, and we might even have some other money to come through to help really kind of just jumpstart everything. So we just got to see how it goes. But we've talked to a few people where right now we're really trying to hold on to the value of the company, so we don't really want to give percentage away right now, and we'd rather kind of bootstrap it and struggle and push to that date rather
100%.
than just giving away the world of something that we know is going to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right. We got to play our cards right, and we got to do the right thing here. So
this universe is just getting started. So and we're more than just a brand. We're more than just a podcast. We're a movement. We're a pack that's changing the world. So it's kind of fun. This is just the first thing we're doing.
100%. And without you guys, it wouldn't be anything. So join the Dogon Pack. Right. www.dogonpacks.com. You can go ahead and get your pre-sale, get your newsletter. We're not going to spam you or nothing, but
that's my big week plan this week, is really getting into that newsletter and getting that out and going. I got a lot of good, valuable stuff. I think that, our particular group, our people, I think, are going to respond positively to, because it's just stuff like natural healing and stuff that you probably already have around your house that you can turn into something great.
Yeah.
And so
why not?
Yeah. Well, why not give it a shot? And just some little hacks that I've made up, like some tea hacks. There's a lot more value you can get with some organic stuff out of the spice aisle rather than the vegetable area, or you can get different things like really good, high quality nutrients, or, unique items that are just in spice jars, and you can add them to your tea. It's super easy. So I got a couple of my tea recipes coming out, stupid stuff, but just stuff that
also it's going to be free stuff, merch and Dogon packs, and
it's all kind of a foreshadow of maybe some tea recipes and tea bag drops that we
might sell.
Yeah. So, we like to give away things for free as we're doing and going through the, experimental process. And sometimes we have to order a certain amount of things to, make a batch, or to look at how this would work.
The more people that have their hands on the product, whether they bought it or not, is important. So,
and so that's why we're really going to be growing the alpha pack, which is really the testers within our our online community.
Our first 100 pre-sales are going to be those people. So pick one up.
Yeah, you'll get everything we do for free, and then there will be opportunity for other people who maybe aren't the first 100 to buy, but maybe they're very responsive.
Right.
Maybe they really like to look at the different aspects of a product and pick it apart. Those are the people that we want on our test group.
Right.
For sure.
We want some detail-oriented people.
Yeah, there we go. Throwing out some personality verbiage.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. But yeah, the biggest thing is, if you want to join the pack, just go to, dogonpacks.com. That'll just get you that access to the emails that we were talking about that we're going to write very, very few of.
Right.
And we're not going to spam you. But, if you want to get access to, some free stuff, get access to some of our insider deals, free merch. We're about to drop a whole bunch of merch.
All kinds of drops. I'm really excited about the merch, to be honest.
So it's going to be, something that within the next couple weeks you should be, getting free t-shirts, getting free hats.
Whatever it might be.
And that's what we want. And you'll see that on our lives. And if you want to watch us live, I would recommend adding us on TikTok. That's really the number one spot that you're going to find us on live. And you can
I created a Twitch account for us, so I'll also have that simultaneously.
Yeah, I tried to get onto Twitch and I just couldn't even figure
it out.
Whole website out. Like,
I used to do like little gaming Twitch streams, but I wasn't very big or anything.
Yep.
But yeah, I fucked around with it a lot. I know how to get it going.
There you go. Yeah. So you definitely spent a lot of time putting in to just get like our TikTok creator studio going, and that's been a weird thing.
That was a lot of work.
Just that in itself, the fact that we have access
to it. Almost nobody at this following has live at all. You're supposed to have 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And for the TikTok studio, it actually had a bunch of like prerequisites, and one of them was like 10,000 followers, and it was checked. And we only have 130 on our TikTok. So
like followers.
Yeah, 100, not 130,000, 130.
I think he said 130, but I believe it's 129. I think he's rounded up by one.
I don't think that's true. I think we got a follower this morning.
All right, well there we go. Boom. I'm probably wrong, but yeah. So it's really interesting and weird. But one thing, I was looking through some of our watch times on some of our videos, and some of our watch times are 100%.
Really?
So it's like maybe that's why we're getting the reward, is because they're like, oh, people are responding positively to these people. But I don't know.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Who's calling me there?
Getting hit up.
But yeah, I don't know.
The hardest part is to push through and keep going, and then just be like, yeah, it's going to be better, without
be better next time,
without
actually knowing it's going to be better.
But I always watch motivational stuff in the morning, and there was this one that was like, what if this time is different?
The thing is, it can be, and it will be, as long as you put your effort into it and you don't stop, because that's what actually kills it, is you.
Yes. Yes. Because you have the momentum, and then it's gone.
Right.
Because
and you stop it because of emotions. And like, oh, this isn't going to go anywhere. Oh,
I was listening to this book today, and it's like The 6 Habits of Growth. Phenomenal book. Check it out. But and he talks about that. He's like, most people confuse motivation with the emotional response of wanting to do something or not.
Yeah.
And that motivation is completely separate from that. And you need to be able to emotionally disconnect in some ways and still be able to motivate yourself. And
absolutely. And I mean, that's 100% very important in any task in life. I mean, you really have to dedicate to it.
Yeah. And, and he recommended one of the things is to raise your ambition, because like if you think like tomorrow's going to suck, or the next couple weeks are just going to go bad, or it's going to end up terrible. Yeah, then that's how it's going to end up. But if you raise your ambition of like, you're willing to work and do this, like, okay, you don't want this to happen, you don't want that to happen, or you want this to happen.
You're going to have to put in that work to be able to fix it or change it to the way you want it, Yeah,
but before putting the work, say you don't have the motivation to do it, you can raise your ambition by like just thinking about it going well.
Yeah.
Just thinking about things going positive, and just being like, this is, and just reminding yourself of that. Like anytime you're down or upset, just be like, well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing these things. Small things make big differences.
Right.
I'm going to
think about what you've already done.
Yep. And then, just keep moving forward.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. He said, raise your ambition.
100%, because I mean, if you're stuck in this depression or like not wanting to do anything that you're supposed to do, I mean, we all know how that's going to end.
Yeah. And the next part that he was just getting into, I haven't listened to yet. I can't wait to kind of power through it today, but he talks about having a positive expectancy, like expecting it to work out, not just like thinking about like, oh, it's going to go well, or
like having that
I want to do this.
That, yes, it's going to fucking happen.
Well, just expecting it to, like, be like, yeah, no, it's definitely going to work out. It's definitely going to be,
That's how I feel about this. Regardless of everything, I just think we have a good thing going.
I know there's been some wild things that have happened since this has started. There's been some ups and downs, some moves around, since we've got this ball rolling,
right?
Which was unfortunately, gosh, I think it was the, end of January, early February by the time we really got things.
Yeah, I wish we got it sooner, but it is what it is.
Business setup, we tried to do some things, and it was like mid-February to late February that we got it going. So March, April, and we're almost done with May.
Yeah.
And that's 90 days of us where we're like, man, we suck.
Yeah.
And then that makes you think like the next 90 days, like, oh, we're going to suck the next 90 days, but yeah. So if you don't think that, if you think, how can we do better? Or if you think we're going to kill it the next 90 days, man, these first 90 days are a little rough, but the next 90 days.
This first 90 days was a test. That was your warm up.
Yeah. And now this is the go time. And, it's doggone go time,
It's doggone go time.
And it's like, maybe for, I don't know, maybe for me, it's just, I feel like these next 90 days are going to be like what we've been putting in all this setup work and all this, figuring out and testing
work and different editing and just, I don't know,
getting the flow down of what we're going to do.
Going.
And
we're about to have the packs and bags. And I mean, after that, it's really,
it's game over. Yeah. Well, that's when it really begins, but it's over from this point where there's no, there's no response. There's we get great comments. We've had people try it. We get so many positive, so much positive feedback, but like, the validation of somebody who doesn't know us, somebody who is not connected to our lives by a friend of a friend,
right,
going onto our site, randomly buying it because they heard about us. You know what I mean?
That is powerful.
Yeah, that's where I want to push to. And to me, that's like, that's what, and I have my email almost done with Mark Cuban. I have it set up to send out to him because I'm like, I'm doing this. I don't know if you remember in a couple episodes ago we were talking about, he's like, my email is public. I've given out $100 million through email. And I'm like, what the?
That is crazy.
How did I not know this? Like, I remember, I think he said something like that when I worked at Quicken Loans. He gave a speech. He came in when he was like buying the Cavaliers or right after. And, or not, I mean, when he was buying the Mavericks, I'm sorry, not when, it was before Dan, bought the Cavs, but, and so he came in and he was like giving a speech, and I remember him saying like, you can have my email. And I remember being like, this is sweet. And I did email him like, thank you. And that's back when I was at Quicken, but I didn't realize like his email was public like that,
Right.
like to ever. So
everybody can get it.
yeah, so I mean, go find Mark Cuban's email, put together a good pitch, pop
Yeah,
him an
you could
email.
honestly get a good investment,
Yeah.
but I mean, you've talked to him briefly before, right?
Yep. Yeah. At that event, yeah, he was kind of just, well, there was a few times he was kind of just walking around. I mean, and then he was backstage with like all the really high, people in the company, and so it was like, I was still pretty new at that point, but yeah, I mean, he was cool. I mean, I was there when Dan Gilbert was, walking through, right after he bought the Cavs, and he was like giving some of the players a tour and stuff. And I mean, it was a wild time. That was a great company, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to start my own business because like Dan Gilbert modeled this perfect structure of not building a business, but creating a culture that can't be stopped regardless of business or economics or anything, regardless of weak links or mistakes or wrong decisions. Like if you have this culture, this belief that everyone who's there agrees and all these different things, all these different sayings, nobody has to like check with each other about like, should we do this or not? It's like, this is the way we do things.
This is the way we do it.
We do the right thing.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, like so, and so that's what really led me to like set up our core values the way I have, and we've even borrowed a couple, pretty closely from Quicken. So, it's just because there's stuff that are part of my core beliefs in my life, and
I mean, it's going well so far, and everything is kind of chugging along. So I don't know, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, and I always try to remind myself when I'm feeling good, and I remind myself when I'm feeling bad. This too shall pass, like every time you are in a high point, every time you're in a low point, it's going to pass.
It's going to pass. So
enjoy the ride either way, and find a way to raise your ambition, find a way to expect that things are going to work out.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a good message for today.
For sure.
Yeah. So check it out. Enjoy.
Check out dogonpacks.com. We'll see you later, everybody.
Yeah.
Among Us.